Now, advantages. Advantages of computer networks. Okay, what is the first advantage? I am gonna say the same point which I said in characteristics of networks. Resource sharing. This is the biggest advantage. Why we are using computer network? Bro, we can share any resource, we can share any files from one system to other system. If there is so it basically saves your money. How? Suppose you have one PC, your friend has other PC, and you want to use a printer, he also want to use a printer. What you will do? You guys will both buy separate printers? No. You say that let's share the money and let's buy one common printer and let's connect to each of the computers. And whenever you are not using it, I'll use it. And whenever he is not using it, you will use it. That's it. Sharing of resources is the biggest advantage. Okay. Scalability. I know it was discussed in characteristics, but yes, it is also an advantage. Being able to handle large number of devices, connect or handle large number of devices, okay, is nothing but scalability. Okay, third one, centralized access. Centralized access. So in computer network, administrators or the person who has ownership of a network can control the network centrally. Nothing but he can control all the devices at the same time. Administrators can update or control access of a network using some device. Like suppose he has one device A, it can control all the rest of the other devices. Okay, that's the much centralized access. He has access to all the devices. Error-free transmission. Error-free transmission is also an advantage. Suppose you don't have a proper computer network. How will you transfer the data? You can't transfer the data. If you have a proper computer network built up, you will use a protocol called as TCP that will ensure error-free transmission of data. Okay. Backup and recovery. So what happens, right? If you store some amount of data in a network and your device fails, okay, what you can do, you can just recover the data because you have stored it in a network. Suppose you have a centralized database, okay, and you have a server, okay, and you have a private database. You are storing the data in a centralized database also and in a private database also, okay, but this private database fails because your device failed. Your device and your device memory both gone, both wiped away, okay. Then what you can do, you can get a new device, you can fetch data from centralized database, right? You can get the data. That is nothing but backup and recovery. Any data can be recovered. Any data can be recovered when stored within a network. You can simple definition. Any data can be recovered when stored within a network. Okay. If you store it personally, then gone. If you store it in a network. Flexibility and mobility. Flexible. Nothing but mobility is nothing but ability to move. Now, the networks which have Wi-Fi or router or internet providing facilities, people can access the internet anywhere. Okay, the Wi-Fi networks can provide internet anywhere. Okay, that's what you can get. Flexibility, bro. Ability of accessing an application at any situation, or ability of accessing an internet in any situation. Okay, if you go to public airports, you have Wi-Fi there, you can access like anywhere you are mobility, anywhere you are moving, right? You can access the internet from anywhere. That is something but advantage of computer network. Disadvantages. What can be the first disadvantage? Okay, let's come to advantages. There, I told you one point called as centralized access. Okay, Now let's take that point as a tackle for disadvantage. I told you he can control the entire network using one common device, right? Right. Now what if that device fails? Okay, he is able to control all the devices using that centralized device. But if that one centralized device fails, what if centralized device fails? This can be categorized as single point of failure, right? Single point of failure. Almost all the networks have some device which is operating the network. If that device fails, gone. Almost all the networks have single point. Now you have a Wi-Fi connectivity in your home using a router. If router goes out for one day, how much frustrated you become? You'll become dependent like anything. Dependency on the network. Dependency on the network. If network is not there, you can't share data at any cost. Dependency of the network. No data transmission. In case if there is no network. Third, security risks. Security risk is the major concern. If you don't offer high level authentication or high level encryption, anything, high level authentication or encryption of data, hackers can destroy your device, destroy your network completely. He can have access to the data of your network. Gone. Security risk is the biggest disadvantage. Fourth, virus. Virus. Biggest disadvantage, bro. Biggest disadvantage. So what basically happens is, even if single device is affected with virus, it will affect the whole system. It will affect the whole system, right? Virus or malformed data, you can write anything. Malformed device, you can write it as anything. Okay. Fifth, initial setup and maintenance cost. Initial setup and maintenance cost. Suppose you are going to create a new network, okay, in your office. Okay, you are owning the office and you are going to create a new network. Here you require, for LAN to build up, you require multiple routers. First of all, you require multiple PCs. First of all, biggest one PC is about 1 lakh now. Okay, 2 lakhs they are gone. One router is about like 5 to 10k today. Okay, that gone. You have switches. Switches are also very costly. Gone. Now, if any one of them fails, maintaining that, money gone. Nothing but initial setup and maintenance cost for a common man is very high. Okay, these are 5 disadvantages and 6 advantages, I guess, if I'm not wrong.